no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Mike, did he set? Round 80! Round 80! Here I come! Check it, he set!
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And, you know, a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. And the Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on for the 30-22 victory. On 2nd and 9, Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A give to Hyde out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing on first down is Murray. Ebron caught left side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw again on second down. Murray, he goes full extension, and he's got it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And back to the ground, Hyde. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Murray. This will be caught just inside the 10. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, a give to Howe. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo. Mike, 53. 53.
Throwing again. Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Jason Pierre-Paul. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha. Man out, man out, man out, man out. 72. Hey, Delta.
Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike.
Watch this. Hey, Alabama, Alabama. Mike, 55. Smooth. 55. Alert!
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Curtis Riley. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. They run high. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take...
Now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On 2nd and 9, Murray nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. K1 short in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
First down, a run with Cohen. He takes this for about 6, down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
We got this.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a first and 10 at the 15. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth so far. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down, and this is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
53.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up,
From just shy of midfield, Brady setting up the screen for Miller. And he loses the football a second time.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, it's Brady. He's got the first down here inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. 15 on it. You don't want none of it. Pick up the ball. Check 9.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Number 53. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Get ready.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run it again with Hyde. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Hyde. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They do go for it. It's Murray. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
You ready? 53 is the mic. Hey, check.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They'll run it here with Bernard. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
53, Mike.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Shotgun now for Brady. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Jason Pierre-Paul make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
At the 47-yard line.
Right there, 56. Double dog, that's the way.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. He finds his running back, Hyde. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Coming to you. Switch.
A carry here for Holyfield. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
Murray now on 1st down. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Holyfield. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Murray now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Murray. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Check 56. Here we go. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Mike 56. Mike 56. Go.
They're going for it. It's Murray. Short little throw to Ebron. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
70, Indy.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Able to push his way through and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
A 33-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor. But it's, oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now...